In the silent killer, high blood pressure, also known as hypertension, is a common condition in which the force of blood against the walls of the arteries is constantly too high, which can lead to various health problems if left untreated. Hypertension is a major risk factor for heart disease, stroke, and kidney disease, among other conditions. High blood pressure is also known as hypertension, is often called the silent killer.
As blood moves through the circulatory system, it puts pressure on the walls of blood vessels. Blood pressure is the amount of force put on blood vessels. It is caused by the blood flow generated by the heart as it pumps, and the resistance that blood encounters as it moves through the enclosed vessel. When the heart contracts, blood is pushed out into the arteries. This force pushes against the vessel wall, making blood flow faster under high pressure. When the ventricles relax, the vessel walls push back and blood flow slows down, resulting in lower pressure. The constant pumping of the heart maintains blood pressure and supply throughout the body.
According to the World Health Organization's statistics for 2018, the total annual deaths were estimated at 56.4 millions, with 39.5 millions of those deaths attributed to non-communicable disease, with the category of NCDs, cardiovascular disease, or CVDs, accounted for 70.7 million deaths, with 7.4 million deaths for coronary heart disease, CHD, and 6.7 million deaths from stroke. It's important to estimate that the heart disease and stroke kill and will continue to kill the most people worldwide, especially when the people don't have no knowledge about this disease, because it's important to know. Okay, there are factors it's important to recognize, because the hypertension can cause different problems in the body. For example, in brain, it's possible that people cognitive decline. The research has suggested that hypertension may be a risk factor for cognitive decline and dementia in later life. At the level of arteries, there are great problems, because the high blood pressures can cause damage to the arteries that supply blood to the heart, increase the risk of heart disease and heart attack. And the heart, it's important to know that there are difficulties in this organ and level of the kidneys. High blood pressures can damage the blood vessels in the kidneys, leading to kidney disease or even kidney failure. Finally, in these persons, the situation is very delicate. There are these factors because it's important to know how sedentary lifestyles, fat with high calories in consumption, alcohol, tobacco, gender, family history, and different other conditions that the risk factors is important to know. And it's important to know that hypertension is prevented. For example, a healthy diet is important because a healthy diet is one of the most effective ways to prevent and manage hypertension. It's important to have a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, lean proteins, and healthy fats. Limit their intake of salt, sugar, and saturated and trans fat. Keep yourself is a healthy weight because mm, the healthy weight is important, and the physical activity is necessary. Promoting physical activity, for example, regular physical activity is another important strategy for preventing and managing hypertension. Encourage individuals to engage in moderate intensity exercise for at least 30 minutes per day, most days of the week. Do not smoke and consumption of alcohol. It's important to avoid this habit. And there are managing the stress, for example. It's important getting enough sleep, reduce salt in diet, and get good right sleep, and monitor your blood pressures, get supports, and others factors importance. And finally, it's important to take your medications on a regular schedules and follow your doctor recommendations. Remember, 1.28 billion other persons have hypertension around the world, and 18% the people in the people around the world don't have pressure under control, and 50% hypertension persons don't have a good treatment for control this pathology. And it's important que remember hypertension is often a chronic condition